What's going on? What's going on? Signing in, this is Madden 2Kville. Name shortly will change. Sorry for the quality. It's late at night now. Not late, 7:30, but it's a little dark, so low light, composition's not going to be that well. Nonetheless, bear with me as I get my lighting correct. Said I would upload a vlog tonight, or this weekend rather, highlighting the previews for the NFL games for tomorrow. Got that early bird game with the Giants and and the Rams. Odell just came off a 200-yard game. Will they do it again? I think so. I think the Giants can pull it off, but the way the Rams are playing, I would have to say that the Rams might get this one. But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's highlight some special games. We're only gonna highlight the next, I want to say 3 games. It puts us around 8 games for all the teams, 7, 8 games for all the teams. That highlights about half the season. And we're gonna look at where these teams stand. Now I just thought about it. I don't know every team's record right now offhand, but at least for the next 3 games, we're gonna call the records for them, and then I'll try to put that in the description below as far as totaling what their predicted record will be, basically, halfway through the season. So first game, or first team rather, we're talking about is the Vikings. Of course, hometown, Minnesota, undefeated right now. Going to stay undefeated. And I see them going 3-0 the next 3 games. Not because it's fanfare, no. They play the Eagles. They're on a downslide right now, and it's not going to get any better playing Minnesota's defense for Carson Wentz. Another game for him to throw a pick, possibly a fumble. We play the Bears and the Lions next. Those should be 2 very winnable games for Minnesota. So I see Minnesota going 3-0, being 8-0 for their first 8 games. We got the Titans up next. Titans are somewhere in the 2-4, 3-3 range, I believe. Something to that effect, but I got them going 1-2 the next few games. They play the Colts, they play the Jags, and they play the Chargers. I figure they'll beat the Colts because the Colts have no defense and barely an offensive line to help poor man Andrew Luck out. So I see Mariota being Mariota. I see Henry having a good game. Then they got the Jags and the Chargers. I see them losing to both of those teams. The Jags seem to be on an up, winning the last 2 games, right? I think back-to-back. So I see the Jags really coming out, learning how to play as a team together now. The chemistry's flowing. And the Chargers seem like they just need to get over that hump. They've been winning to the 4th quarter, and then losing. Nonetheless, I feel like they've gotten there now, and they will win games. They will win. So, on to the next one, Colts. I got them going 1-2 also. Losing to the Titans. I want to say they'll beat the Chiefs. Then I said they'll lose to the Packers. I think that's very reasonable to proclaim of the Colts, seeing as how they've been playing recently and what they have to expect, when they are on the field. No O-line, no defense. Frank Gore's moderate, older. Luck can only create so much. T.Y. Hilton can only do so much, right? Then I got the Texans. The Texans are next. I got them going 1-2. They're going to get blown out by the Broncos. They're going to have a vendetta the way Osweiler is scoring them. So the Broncos are going to come back and wash the Texans. Then I got them winning against the Lions. And I got them losing against the Jags. Again, I feel like the Jags, the divisional game, the Jags are going to pull that out. I see that. Then we got Jacksonville. I got them going 3-0, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a team to watch. They got the Raiders. It's going to be a tough game, but I feel like Jacksonville will pull it out. Then you got the Titans. As I said before, I feel like they'll beat the Titans. Then they got the Chiefs, and I feel like they'll beat the Chiefs too. They got a lot of weapons that they're learning to utilize, and Blake Bortles is very slowly but surely progressing as a starting quarterback. And that gives a lot of us hope, I think, and it gives the Jacksonville hope. And Gus Bradley on, probably in the hot seat. He needs to start turning these games into victories. So, next, the Chargers, San Diego. Got them going 3-0. Got them at the Falcons tomorrow. It's going to be a tough game. But they beat the Broncos. They should have beat a lot of teams. And it's just really coming down to the fourth quarter and closing games. With the Falcons, I think they can do that. And then they got the Broncos. I see them beating the Broncos again, applying the same formula they used to beat them Thursday night last week. Then they got the Raiders. Or, my bad, the Titans. And so I see them beating the Titans. Of course, that's 3-0. The Broncos, I got them going 2-1, right? They play the Texans, wash. They got the Chargers, they'll lose. And then they got the Raiders, they'll win. Not too much to explain there. Simeon and Lynch coming along both as quarterbacks. They don't really seem like rookies, first-year starters at all when you think about how well they've been playing, and being able to back up each other. So I really see the Broncos being a strong team, nonetheless going 2-1. And I got the Eagles going 1-2. They're gonna lose to the Vikings. They're gonna lose to the Cowboys, and they're gonna win. They'll beat the Giants. The Giants aren't anybody to necessarily be worried about right now, right? So that's what I see. Now, on to them boys, them Cowboys. 3-0. Dak Prescott is on a train right now, going to the playoffs. Romo will be sitting down. Tony, no more. And I credit that to one of the memes I saw from Charlamagne the God. Shout him out, you know what I'm saying? I get a follow back and I help a brother out, you know what I'm saying? Cowboys play the Eagles, the Browns, and the Steelers. Steelers defense ain't barely anybody. Roethlisberger might be injured when he plays that game, so I see the Cowboys definitely taking advantage of these 3 games. Patriots going 1-2. That's my wife's team. She don't know nothing. I got them going 1-2 though. I see them beating the Steelers, but they'll lose to the Bills and the Seahawks. The Bills, strong team the last few games. Rex Ryan is definitely on the hot seat. So, hey, side note, this is the crib, by the way. A little dirty. But nonetheless, it's the crib. It's a nice picture we got for the wall. Wife, credit to the wife. Back to the games. So, yeah, Bills, Tyrod Taylor's a beast. What else should we really expect from Rex Ryan? Now the team is feeding off his energy the right way. Winning games, closing games. They beat them before 16-0. I see them doing it again. Maybe the Patriots won't go goose egg because Tom Brady's here or back, but I do see the Bills still winning that game. And then they'll lose to the Seahawks because it's the Seahawks, and they've still been playing well despite injuries and everything. So now that call with Richard Sherman and Julio Jones. All right, the Panthers. I got them going 1-2, possibly 0-3. They play the Cardinals. They blew them out in the playoffs. They've both been struggling. So, but I still see David Johnson eating them alive. Then they play the Rams and they play the Chiefs. The Rams are playing pretty well, surprisingly, despite their number 1 draft pick who barely suits up for games. And Case Keenum. Case Keenum. So, and then the Chiefs. And so the reason why I said 1-2 is because of the Chiefs and possibly Rams. I don't want to count the Cardinals in there. Chiefs and Rams could give them that win. But they could easily go 0-3 because the Chiefs are still playing well. We can't forget about the Chiefs. Redskins 2-1. They play the Lions, the Bengals, and the Vikings. I see them beating the Lions. I see them beating the Bengals. I see them losing to the Vikings. The Vikings defense is just too tough. Like, the Vikings defense doesn't even have to blitz. Their 4 men up front gets it done real well. And if they have to, they throw a blitz in. And I mean, it's conquered. This year, the Vikings are last year's Panthers. Let's put it like that. Lost players and injuries, and undefeated at this point in the season. Come on. Can we say Super Bowl bound? I think we can. So now we got the 49ers. I got them going 2-1 with Colin Kaepernick back commanding the field. 2-1, baby. They got the Bucks win. They got the Saints win. They got the Cardinals divisional game. They could possibly lose it. They could possibly win it, but I got them losing it. It's still the Cardinals. So I got that 2-1. Then we got the Browns. I got them 2-1, surprisingly, right? I got them beating the Bengals. I got them beating the Jets and losing to the Cowboys. The Jets just they don't have no identity right now. Fitzpatrick throwing interceptions more than completed passes to his own receivers. And then you got Geno Smith, who's starting this week, and unless he shows any glimpse of superstardom, that's not your answer to problems. And the defense has been slipping and been looking confused. So I see the Browns taking advantage. RG3 might be back. I'm not counting RG3 out. I like him. I'm not counting them out. And the Cowboys are going to lose to the Cowboys because it's the Cowboys right now. You just got to give it to them. It's their year. And then the next team, we got the Seahawks. I got them going 2-1. They play the Cardinals, they play the Saints, and they play the Bills. I got them beating the Cardinals and the Saints, losing to the Bills. That's how much faith I have in the Bills right now. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the Cardinals, who play the Seahawks. They play the Panthers and the 49ers. 2-1. I said they'll beat the Panthers and the 49ers, and they'll lose to the Hawks. But they could lose to the Panthers, and they could possibly go 1-2. And they got the 49ers, they could possibly go 0-3. So that's... I'm going to stick to the 2-1. It sounds pretty good. But these are the NFL highlights for tomorrow. Reading off my other script. You know what I'm saying? I will try to get an upload in as far as a live stream tomorrow for 2K. Playing with the Thunder. Had some difficulty with my first stream today with Madden because of, copyright stuff. And I believe I got that resolved. So the full video is now uploaded to YouTube. You can view it, watch it. Still trying to get a few kinks worked out on my end. But as far as you guys being able to view it and enjoy it, it's out there for you guys. Go check it out. Please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it. Man, 2K will have a new name soon. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I'm real tempted to just use my PSN ID, monymike 456. We will see. But man, 2Kville, it's probably it might stay that for a minute, but we'll see. We'll see. So, otherwise, yeah, I hope you guys have the rest of a good night, good day, good afternoon, depending on what time zones everybody's living in.
This is your boy, Man 2Kville, signing out.
Wait for it.